Did you know that Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast? Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone, the palm of your hand, or use a computer if you want. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. For Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with absolutely no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Start by downloading the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started.
LA Styles, what's happening, brother? What's happening, brother? LA, testing. Can you hear me?
Yep. My headset.
What's happening, brother? You ready for this?
No, not really.
All right, man. Get yourself settled in. Get to your airways. You know what I'm saying? Get them popping. You know, tonight gonna be one of them shows that, you know what I'm saying, very impactful. You know,
I think these 2 hour late night shows is kicking my butt.
You said it. You said that again?
Hold up. There we go.
Man.
These 2 hour late night shows is kicking my butt.
Hey man, look, bro. That's the great thing about you know what I'm saying, having goals and setting standards. Sometimes you're gonna get in the, you know what I'm saying, in the part of the storm where you gotta give a little more to receive a little more. So you just gotta, you know, sometimes endure until, you know what I'm saying, everything popping. Then we can go back. We might can change the format or move a time up. But you know what I'm saying? That's what we do, man. We're the guys who, you know what I'm saying, shut the club down. So
Yeah, man.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight we're setting everything up. I'm pretty sure you all read the title of the show. I am Black Knight 24. That is my man Styles, LA Styles, man. And we want to know why people don't have goals. Why have people became so stagnant in their life? Why have they lost motivation to get more out of life? That is what we're going to try to do today. That is what we're going to try to stimulate our mind in your conversation with us. We want to make sure that you comment, let us know. And you know what I'm saying, if you know somebody like that, or if you was in that situation, why you was in that situation. And hopefully we have some impactful that you can say that can, you know what I'm saying, move this conversation closer to make you become unstagnant or help somebody else that you know. Make sure that you continue to follow us, you know what I'm saying. Follow us on stereo. Make sure you follow us in all our social media platforms. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That we are the initiators. And let's get it off, man. I'm going to let you open up the floor. Styles, we're going to do a little different. We're going to let you pop off first, and then I'll take off next. Oh, okay. We're waiting on Styles to come back. My take on people having those life goals, it can go a couple different ways. Sometimes you may not have any life goals because the goals that you have, you never saw somebody from your situation be able to make it. Or you might just be unmotivated by life. My thing is that I always tell my kids, if you want to know where you're going, look at the crowd of people that you surround yourself with. That's who's going to be more impactful in your life, because they're going to inspire you to do different things in your life than normally you would do. If you have people around you who don't want nothing out of life, if you used to want something out of life, they're going to suck that all out of you. Them the same people going to be like, oh, you trying to go do this? Oh, man, you ain't going to get it. Ain't no need of you trying it, because they'll never try. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, what we want to do is be able to put something in your mind to let you know that we all are great in our own special way. And the way that you grade is that you got to find a way to, you know what I'm saying, motivate yourself to be great. If you feel like just getting a car is, you know what I'm saying, your goal, okay, I mean, that's short term. What's your main goal? Why I want a house? What type of house? Well, I just want a house. No, we got to put, you know, more details to that goal setting. Yeah, I might want my first starter house, and my first starter house might be in the hood. But I don't really like living in the hood. Okay, now this is where your long goals, your future goals, your 10-year goals, your 20-year goals. Where do you see yourself? And once you see yourself there, how do you now take yourself to your 10 years or 20-year goals? And one of the most effective ways for me is to be able to say to myself, what do I want my kids to get out of life? How do I want my kids to see me? Because whatever your kids going to look at your life first and be able to say, okay, if my dad and mom achieved this, I definitely can achieve it. So I definitely want to have goals and aspirations so my kids can say, okay, we can do that. Hey, Style, what's your take on it? Let us know how you feel about it.
Hey, man, listen. I got this hot chew right here. You know what I mean? It's pretty chewy. Kiwi. It's going down right now. I want to know why we, as people, and I'm not talking about minority people, why we as people are the majority of just people in general. We ain't progressing in life, and we getting comfortable with the smallest of things. We get comfortable,
right?
When we feel like we accomplish. I'm not saying don't be happy that you accomplish something. I'm trying to figure out why we get into this groove of comfortability after having something, and then kind of like that's all we have to do, or that's all we have to do for the time being. That turns into stagnation, and then we just don't really progress. Why we keep doing that, and it's not getting us nowhere? I feel like we gotta damn near always have some type of goal that we're going for,
right?
At all times, like all of us. You know what I mean? And again, I've been a victim of the same situation. You know what I mean? I've been stagnant. I felt like when I was 21. Whenever I started working at Playmaker, this is an urban shoe and clothing store up here in Milwaukee. Right? I told myself I was going to be there for about a year because I was trying to, do something. I was there for 5.5 years.
Okay.
I went in saying that, I'm only going to be a year, don't get about it. 5.5 years. Now, I knew afterwards, right, that I wasted time. Now, did I waste time? Like I wasn't being paid or something like that? Nah. But I wasted time. I wasted an extra 4.5 years at a job, not a career, at a job, and it didn't get me nowhere. I didn't get nothing out of it for half a decade. That's my entire 20s, first half of my 20s. You know, I could have been if I did something where I knew I was going to progress. That was my 20 to 25. I knew. That's like damn near being a freshman for 5 years. I mean, I'm gonna go to college, man, get this degree, but then you're a freshman for 5 years. You stagnated. You ain't progressing. Now you might be like, man, but I'm learning something. Are you? You ain't learning enough to get the fuck out of being a freshman? Out of your first year of college? Are you a freshman that long? I didn't progress So in doing that, and we talking about me as an adult, in doing that, my life didn't progress. My life didn't progress because my job that got stagnated at didn't allow my life to progress because I couldn't afford to. So I fell into a position of comfortability. Now again, I didn't know none of this shit at the time that this happened. It's not until the later me, you know what I mean, when I reflect back on certain things in life. And I always tell y'all, you know what I mean, I use my own life. I ain't gotta use nobody else to talk down on nobody else. There's a lot of shit that goes on in our podcast. I've been the victim of it before. I've been in the situation of it before. I have a story about it before, and now I don't mind using my own situation and telling y'all. I'm cool with that because I learned. You know what I mean? I've learned something from it, and I progressed after that. So when I tell y'all something, it's not even like I'm in the same situation. That's why I'm comfortable talking about it, laughing about it. Like, oh, that was the young me, that was stupid, that was silly. You know what I mean? I was, truth be told, I was stagnant. This is what led me to then become a security guard for a year and a half. And I did the security thing because I was working on my military contract, like finding my MOS of what I was going to go in for. This is like the prelude to me going to the military because I feel like the military was going to give me focus and drive, along with a couple other things, like, you know what I mean, for me to get somewhere. Right, so boom. Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a little breakdown. Right, so I graduate. Well, before I graduate high school, so okay, freshman, sophomore, boom, I'm a junior. Right, halfway through my junior year, they pretty much tell me like I got enough credits, and enough classes and shit that I don't need to go to school full time. Right, that was my junior year. Boom. So I was pretty much working extra hard with taking classes and shit, and we had block schedules, right? Because I was 6 months behind, because I had when I went to high school, I went to Hamilton High School. Hamilton High School was fucked up for me. It was fucked up, and I want to learn the shit. I told my mom. My mom came to school and said, "Hey man, this is what's going on. My son's seen this, son's seen that. What y'all gonna do about it?" They didn't have no answer. My mom said, "Okay, we transfer him schools." Right? Boom. Right. I didn't go to that school no more. I was at home. Right? Until my transfer went through. When I went to North Division, right, which was closer to the crib, of course, I was working on the permit to start work. Right? So boom. I had started working at Denny's, right? Restaurant. When my mom was the manager, I was the busser. So then, by the time my transfer came in, I went to North Division. But again, I didn't go to North Division as a sophomore because I really didn't even pass as a freshman because I ain't been there half the later half of the year. You know what I'm saying? So I was behind. So I was doing extra classes to try to catch up. By the time I made a junior, right, I had enough credits. And they were like, "Listen, man, you don't have to come. You know what I mean? We don't got no classes for you." I had wood shop, nigga. I had wood shop and something else. I forget what my regular elective was. Right? Now I was going to school and I was having 2 classes in the morning. That was an hour each, and I leave that motherfucker because I'm done. And then I have to show the security to them, my motherfucking whatever the case is, to say, "Oh, hey, I can leave school." Boom, I was gone. I head over to work because I started my work schedule early. You know what I mean? The work Denny's allowed me to pick up more hours because I only had a half a day. Right? I had to show them proof of that. I only had half a day, like I didn't drop out, and I'm just trying to find a job. You know what I mean? I was underage and stuff like that. But so boom, I started doing that. Right? Then when I get to high school, it's the same situation. Now I'm taking bullshit shots because I don't even got no elective. I forget I was taking like gym and something else. Like they just had to put me in something. I did that for 6 months, and after that, I didn't have to go back to school at all. They just said, "Hey man, we ain't got nothing for you. You got to come back just for graduation." Right? Boom. I'm still working. When I graduate, though, I'm already in a position that I got my own a lot. Right? Boom. I graduate. My intent was right. So in elementary school, I started drawing. So I was drawing and I did track. In middle school, I was drawing and I did track and I did basketball. Boom. When I got to high school, I stopped doing track because I wasn't interested that much. I was drawing a little bit. You know what I mean? And I was really doing basketball, football. Boom. Then I stopped both of those going through there, and I busted drugs at the time. My objective was go to college for drawing. Right before I graduated, I had took a art test for the Art Institute in Washington. Right, I passed that. It was like, you know what I mean? We want you. Cool. By the time I graduated, though, I had then got a girlfriend. Right, and I was like, man, I already got a job. You know what I mean? I got other shit that I want already. I'm pretty much in my like I'm self-sustaining. And I got a girlfriend, so it's like I got a life now, right? This is the young me thinking. I got a life. You know what I mean? I'm kind of grown. Why would I go to? I have to give all that up to go to college for I don't know how long. So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna go. So I didn't go. Boom. After Denny's closed due to it was on Lover's Lane. It was up Lover's Lane. So a lot of their business was on the off ramp, on ramp, and then they had construction on one of the ramps or some shit like that for like a long period of time. It was like a year. So they lost a lot of business. So they ended up closing down, right? So boom, I had to find another job. I found Playmakers. Playmakers is about a crib. Cool. When I got in there, I'm like, man, I'm only gonna stay here a year. You know what I mean? Because of the pay. When I was at Denny's, I ended up becoming like the head of inventory and shit. I was young as a bitch. I was making like 875 by the time I left Denny's, even though I was still like, you know what I mean, like 18 or something at the time. But 18, 19 something at the time. But to me, hey, I was getting it. When I left there, I went to Playmakers. I went down in pay. You know what I mean? But then it wasn't like I had a choice because Denny's was closing. I went down in pay to minimum wage, but they had commission too. Boom. Oh shit, we got two voicemails. Hold on. Let's get these out the way. Hold
on. Okay, we're talking about goals, and we like jump right into making goals for the future, you know. But a lot of times people set goals for themselves based on what they think other people want to see from them. So it's very important to set goals that you genuinely want for yourself and stop looking at the society and what they think of you and what they expect from you. Because if you end up setting goals based on what other people want from you or what you think what you see everybody have, then that's also it's a way to prevent you from actually working towards that goal, because in truth and in fact that's not exactly what you want.
I mean,
shout out to
for real. Let's go back to the queue. What's happening, Christina? I'm gonna go ahead and play hers, and then we'll come in on hers. Shout out.
Welcome, Kings. How you doing? The LA Styles of Black Knight 24. I'm super glad to kind of like just peek in real quick.
Appreciate it.
So you are so right, LA, when you talk about investing your time when it comes to, opportunities, thinking that we have security in a place that we don't. It's like, it's kind of like poverty mindset a little bit, right? Instead of buying assets, you're buying liabilities. And one of the biggest assets that we, often forget that we have is time, and it's one of the one assets it's non-replenishable, and I think that if people looked at it that way as really your time investment, everybody has that same 24 hours, but it's like maybe if we didn't feel so deserving of our free time and we use that as an investment in our future, we'd be a lot farther along.
Big facts. Shout out Christina. I make sure y'all go follow her. I think she said it perfectly. I think if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, I can show you a successful person. Real successful people do not waste their time idolize and just doing something just to do it. Successful people have a purpose in the way that they move. It's a purpose why you did that. Like, if you want to know if you're wasting your time, ask yourself, why am I doing it? And what I'm expecting to get out of it. For me, that's how I look at it. That's how I view my time versus just idly letting it go by. I think sometimes we get to the notion of like, are we? Because sometimes you can get in a routine of believing that you're doing something productive, but it's just a routine. You ain't really being productive out of it. Like if somebody think they're talking about a dream or talking about a goal, they think just because therefore they're you know what I'm saying, they're doing something productive. If you're not trying to invest time, research, you know what I'm saying, making sure that you're getting ready for opportunity, like a lot of times you have to put yourself and douse yourself in what you're trying to do. And a lot of people don't understand it. If you believe that your job gonna always align with your dreams and your goal, it's not gonna happen. A job is a mean to an end. That's what a job is. It's to help me get to this to another point. It's not a career. A career is something that lasts over, you know what I'm saying, a span of time. A job is to help me get from point A to point B, or to help my dream get off the ground. Because I might go to, if you want to be an actor, you might go to you know what I'm saying, to a company to act, or to work for an acting company to see what you got to do. I think we get to a point where sometimes we just get so stagnant in our thinking because we feel like we doing good until we see somebody else that was in the same boat that we was, and we like, damn, we can achieve that. And we don't try to, and we don't push the envelope. We don't turn around and say, I make myself better by doing something else. Because that's how I look at things. Whenever I'm around somebody else, they're challenging the way I think. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend time talking to somebody, I want you to give me knowledge, because that's where I'm gonna grow it. That's how I'm gonna learn how to become better at. You know, you have to put yourself around people who gonna push you in your thought process and push you in your goal maker. You ain't got to do the same thing they do, but you can inspire me from just showing me that something can be done that way. What you got to Styles?
Nothing to add to that portion.
I think why do you think people are stagnant? What
Comfortability.
Okay, comfortability is one.
It's the biggest killer. It's the biggest killer. It's when you do something and you get satisfied. It's almost like, because you can have a goal and accomplish that, and you might feel like it put you in a better position than you were. It's like you stepped up.
Right.
Boom, my life stepped up. So now I can feed myself. I can take care of myself. All right, boom. Remember when I said on another show that men, this conversation, of course, don't go to men. It goes to just people in general. We get too comfortable with what we have and satisfied with what we have, so we don't always have something that's pushing us, right?
Right.
Because it's like, I made it. We saying things like we made it, and then it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna continue to work,
right,
like towards something else to move forward. Let me enjoy and bask in what I just accomplished, what I just made.
Right.
And then we get comfortable to the point where you forget. You ever did something, and whether it was a job, whether it was school, whether it was something that just happened that day, you started playing the game or watching the show, and then you just turned around like, damn, how long this been?
Right.
And you have binge watched three seasons or 4 seasons or some shit. You done been playing the game for 4 hours, 5 hours. It's the next day you wake up, you know what I mean? Or you ready to go to bed and the sun coming up, like, what the fuck is this? Or you just looked up and you've been with, you like, man, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna talk to this girl. Whatever the case, then you the fuck been with this girl for 10 years. I don't know, man, what the fuck happened? What the time go? You kind of just lose track of time, and time just goes, and then it's like, damn, nigga, I didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, I definitely was there. I've definitely been there. I think the greatest thing that happened to me was that I learned. I had my greatest failure early in life versus getting it, you know what I'm saying, later in life. What I felt at that time was my greatest failure was I thought I was going to be a Major League Baseball star. Like, hey, everybody said it, everybody knew it, and that wasn't what God had for me. That wasn't in the cards for me. So I go out to make a routine, you know what I'm saying, catch, and I go and my leg went, I put my foot down, my knee went one way, and my body went down over my knee, and the rest was history. But I think sometimes we have one goal or one situation, and we get to that point where it's like, hey, you know what? I got a tunnel vision. I didn't envision ever really achieving that goal as fast as I did. So now I don't know. I don't have, because sometimes you got to be competitive. A lot of people don't want to be competitive, and it don't have to be with other people. It can just be inside of you. I'm a competitive person, so if I get to a certain point, I always want to achieve things that I wouldn't have achieved otherwise. I'm gonna use other people to fuel the fire to keep me going. And sometimes we don't want to learn how to do that. Sometimes we get complacency. Like, if you start something for one reason, and that reason will get, you can fill that cup up real fast with success, you won't stay in success for long. You have to have a burning desire to continue to move forward, and you won't get complacent. If you're a business person and your whole dream is, hey, I just want a Fortune 500 company, and then you get that, then what? Then you made it to the pinnacle. Now, what's the next goal? Man, I just want to live life now.
No.
So
See,
you wasted all that time.
The people who got money going to, at the very least, set a money goal. Right. Even if I don't own another business by next year or by the end of the year, next year we made how much money this year? 50 million. Boom. We want to double that next year. Next year we make 100 million. Well, okay. What's the profit show? What's the chart say? We want to double that next year. Even if it's as little as, right, quote unquote, as little as, you know what I mean? That's relative. As a money goal. But you cannot, again, I've been the victim of it. So it ain't like I'm trying to tell motherfuckers what to do. You know what I mean? Again, we all adults in this motherfucker. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. Whatever you got going on in your life, comfortable with whatever it is.
Right.
Hey, that's
you.
Yeah, that's on you. That's cool. If it's cool with you, it's cool with me. It don't bother me, it don't affect me, so I don't care. I'm just talking about my life experiences and about people in general, how we get comfortable, especially of these quote unquote, as they would say, lower classes. When the higher classes always got a goal to achieve. It don't matter. Look at their lifestyle. But they always got a goal to achieve.
But
so why the fuck we don't?
And you know what? The sad thing is, we're going to go to the queue in 1 second, guys. I'm going to say this, then we're going to go to the queue. It's always sad to me when you come from a lower community and you're trying to mimic the higher community or the upper class. The best way to you know what I'm saying, to try to emulate them is to become them. Successful people do not want to be around people who do not have anything to drive them. If you can't drive yourself, if you can't self-motivate yourself, you're going to be stagnant. I don't care what you achieve, the fire will burn completely out. You have to have something inside of you and people around you to ignite that fire when it goes out. You have to have somebody to have that thirst to keep moving. I got another goal. Like you say, I thought, you know what I'm saying, we made 300 million. You know what? I'm going to be bold. I want 6. I might not get 6 next year, but I want 6. And I'm not going to stop until I get 6. And then once I get 6, I'm going to want 12 because I'm going to keep pushing it. My motivation is always continue to be bigger and better. I'm going to find somebody else who got the number I thought I should have got. And now we in competition. Let's go to the queue. It's your boy, Black Knight 24. That's my main man right there. The LA Styles.
I don't think it's much more of the time that people don't have life goals. It's just more of the point of or getting comfortable, maybe just afraid of failing, maybe haven't found something new for them to actually work towards. But it's pretty much that. Everybody, I understand the concept of if you keep your head towards the sky, you'll never see the beautiful flowers right there in front of you.
Oh, appreciate that, Artie. Shout out to Artie. My thing is, some of that's true, and some of it I disagree with. Some of it. You got to be passionate in what you do. You failure. If you're afraid to fail, you already failed. Anything that stays the same, anything that does not evolve is dead. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not excelling, then you decel. If you're not moving up, you're moving down. Life don't stop and wait on you. Life don't get to a point where it said, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying, you're afraid to fail. We're going to wait on you. If you're afraid to fail, you already are a failure. The worst thing is to not take a shot. At least if I fail, at least I know that I gave it everything I got. Maybe that wasn't the situation that I should be in. Because you got to understand, I live by a lot of different creeds. No, it's not a bad thing. Like, failure is not bad. When somebody say no or you fail, that's just a redirection. Just because that door closes don't mean all these other doors will. Are you willing to go through the fire? You see what I'm saying? Failure is only for a moment. But if you quit or you never try, that's a lifetime. You're going to be a person in life that's always afraid because I might fail. You already failed. You're a failure because you're afraid to succeed, to try to succeed. You don't even know if you will because you're afraid to. What you got, Styles? And I'll go back to the queue.
Shout out Artie. You go to the queue, get him out of there. They won't back up. Christelle gonna kill us.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing?
How you doing? Shout out to you. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for listening to us.
Because even right now, I have my goals that I want to get to. I mean, I have 2 of the dream cars that I have. I'm trying to see about getting my 3rd one soon. Been able to build my gaming PC. That was one of the 2nd. And I'm moving up to the 3rd. About to go to school here soon. And try to get my 6-car garage that I wanted. But mostly it's to prove certain people wrong.
Well, Artie, I like that, bro. Keep pushing. I want you to get back in the queue, and I heard your goals. I want you to think as we're going through the show. Give me your 10-year goal. In 10 years, what do you expect to have, and if not have it, what do you expect that you want to have? The thing about proving people wrong is once you make it, that fire is put out, right? So anytime somebody gives you that will to go, that has to be not a thought. I want people to doubt me. That is just gasoline on the fire. I'm already seasoned. I'm over here burning, steaming hot. You don't ignite my fire, because if you do, once I achieve that, once I show you I made it, now what? I gotta wait on the next hater to motivate me. It gotta be some. You have to deal in. Hey, I was great already before you said that. I was already going to be great. You just helped put a little more gasoline on the fire. You got something with that, Styles?
You gotta give me. It's more motivation than. See, okay. Let's say me, right? Boom. Let's say I don't have a vehicle, right? A girl talking bad about me not having a car or some shit is what I use, right, as motivation at that point in time. I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? This all hypothetical, theoretical bullshit. I use that motivation to give me a car so she can't talk bad about me, right? Boom. How many times can I let that be the next excuse for me just to get another car?
Right.
Before that becomes not really progressing, but just being redundant. How many cars do I need? My life not progressing. Yes, I'm getting more things, but am I getting somewhere? What if I okay, I got this 6-car garage now. Now I got these 6 cars. But I don't have a bigger house. I don't have more money. I don't have a more or bigger, better business. But I could have if I didn't buy these other 5 cars. I probably could have put that money into some other shit, put it into real estate, put it into cryptocurrency, put it into a video camera to shoot videos, because maybe that's what I was into, or recording equipment, or whatever entrepreneurship. Then buy these tools, because now I'm cutting grass and I'm doing whatever my objective in life. This is the goal I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about life progression, right? The natural way that we think of progressing in life, not just getting more stuff, right? I could like, man, she talked about now I got a car, but she talked about now I got a TV, now I got a bigger TV, now I got this computer, now I got a gaming chair, now I went from a regular refrigerator to a French door refrigerator.
Right.
That's not life progressing though. No. Now once you get a natural thing, like I'm talking life progression, like you got a car when you didn't have a car before. Cool. You know why? Because that car is going to get you back and forth to a motherfucking job, or get you back and forth to school, or get you back and forth to whatever the fuck, for you to actually get on the road of progressing. Boom, you got a house. Cool. Now you got more responsibility. But you start to become that adult. I got my own transportation. I got my own living situation. That's progressing. Boom. Now I got to move up from there. Now I have to get a job or a better job, or what. I'm talking about life progressing. Going from having a girlfriend to possibly a wife, or just a long-term girlfriend. Hey, maybe we not into the marriage thing, and that's what we gonna do. They possibly having kids if that's what you want in life. They get another better job than a better job, or getting a career at this point in time, or hey, you got your own business. I ain't working for nobody. I'm talking regular life progression, and along with all these quote-unquote progression sequences, my money on what I bring in, my worth is going up. From $50,000 a year to $70,000 a year to $100,000 a year to $130,000 to $150,000 to $170,000 a year. As I'm doing all these things, my life is moving upward on the totem pole of what we see life is. And if we judging life in the American way, because I don't know no other way right now, is by your financial situation, right? Poor class, middle class, upper class, or what they say now, I guess the working class would be the poor class. The working class, middle class, upper class. If I'm not moving up that pole, then what am I doing? I don't give a fuck about having more stuff. If I'm only still making $50,000 or $70,000 a year, but I'm getting more stuff, right? Which I can only be getting more stuff because my living expenses might be super low. So it seems like I always got an excess of money, but I ain't doing nothing with that money because every year, nigga, I'm still only making $50,000 to $70,000 a year. I'm not moving up. I don't feel like my life is progressing. That's me. I don't feel like my life. Why are we accepting that? If I'm looking and we looking at the TV at the rich people, like, yeah, man, I want to be like that, or I want to get what they got, or I want to get what they got there. How the fuck? If we 25, 30, 35, 40, how we supposed to get to that level if my life not progressing? We 40. We looking at motherfuckers that's younger than us, that got more than us. How you supposed to get there in your lifetime if for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years you accepted only making $50,000 a year, and I'm not saying that's chump change by any means. I'm just saying we getting
Right.
stagnant. By the time we turned around and then we want to make our next step, it's been 10 years.
Definitely. You got the way I view goals is how style. Well, of course, being style was like mine. That's why we do the show together, and we friends outside the show. But my thing is always trying to find multiple streams of income. B, making sure that I'm you know what I'm saying, as the old cliche say, put my ear to understand my work. So first, after I know that I can get multiple streams of income, now at my main job, or in my main dream, or my how do I influence myself to move up? What intangibles do I have to make the next step? That I might have the intangible that I'm great at school. I can go back to school and get another degree, and that degree took me from making $80,000 a year to making, you know what I'm saying, $150,000 a year. Like, to me, them the steps that we're talking about. Now, don't get us wrong. Now, we both have been stagnant in life. We both are not where we really want to be in life. So it's not like we sitting here, we the preacher, we part of the congregation. We just want to know, if you have been stagnant, why have you been stagnant, and what helped you stop being stagnant? And
also, what are your thoughts on stagnation? Period. Why do you think we as just people, you know what I mean, outside of comfortability? Because I feel like it's the biggest thing is being comfortable. Being comfortable is like the biggest kryptonite we can ever get in the working class. Because it feel like you work so hard to get something, then once you get it, you just automatically feel like you made it, because you know how many hours I had to put in to get it. So now you just want to enjoy it, and then you just turn around and that enjoyment then took X amount of time away from you. Now you're looking like, damn, what the fuck happened? So I'm not where I want to be in life. We're gonna get these three out the queue real quick, off it, and then we're gonna head forward.
All right.
Pretty much my life goal is basically right now proving people wrong.
Okay.
Like my dream cars, because the guy that I used to mess with, he used to screw people over to have his cars built up. Even I helped him out with his cars, building them up. My computer is something that I just wanted to do for me, and same thing with my my 6-car garage.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is my life goal. Is just proving these guys that, you know what, I could do these things without having to screw other people over.
Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate that. Shout out to Artie, boy. Let's get to the queue.
Artie, you gonna run into a problem though, my guy. Like, you know, you cool people. You know what I mean? I know Artie for a little bit. We play Xbox a lot for a long period of time, on and off. You know what I mean? So what is your motivation if people don't doubt you then?
All right, that's a good question. Let's go to the queue. Artie, get back in. Let us know what you think, brother.
Just like one of the chicks that I used to mess with, they end up calling me, her and her roommate end up calling me a loser. And I'm just here thinking in the back of my mind, because I'm an anime guy. What did Sasuke call Naruto? What did Bakugo from My Hero Academia call Deku? And one of my favorite animes was The Rising of the Shield Hero. What did all the rest of the Cardinal Heroes call Naofumi, the Shield Hero? All of them were called losers. Naruto became Hokage. Deku is soon going to be the next #1 hero. Naofumi became a traveling merchant and entrepreneur and rebuilt a nation. So yeah, you could call me a loser, but I stand with these losers.
Okay.
You want to know what my life goal is? Main one? living like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man movie. You seen his place?
Yes.
It was on the side of that mountain.
Yeah.
Basically that.
Okay. All right. You know, to do that, you gotta do a lot of hard work. So I'm glad that you motivated and you picked a goal that's gonna push you to go out there and take on to another level. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to add something to this conversation. Also, when we talk about being stagnant, that can be in all forms of life. You can be stagnant in your relationship. You can be stagnant in your relationship where you knew the relationship that you have been in for the last 4 years. You shouldn't have been in it. You should have been ended. And you're staying because you just know him. I don't want to be lonely. Or, I don't really think any more good women out there. So I just put up, hey, don't be stagnant. Be moving. Hey, it's better to understand your worth. And that's where you're going to find. For me, is understanding your worth. Once you understand your worth, then you understand that where you at is not where you're supposed to be. That's how I changed mine. If you understand your worth, then you won't be in a situation that's worthless or not moving. You'll say, I can do better than that. I'm gonna do better than that. What you got, Style?
I don't know, man. You probably got like a multi-tier level goal system, man. I'm gonna have to come up with something. But I always got. Listen, I'm tell you what my goal is, and something that I don't rest on until I get there. Right? I don't have a short-term goal. Let's keep it honest. I have absolutely no short-term goals. That's on my calendar or have been on my calendar for years. Right? This is honest. I want to be, for the past few years, or since I turned 30, a millionaire.
Okay.
Point blank, period. And I want to live like it. I want to live like it before I even become a millionaire. To me, it's a mindset. It's a living space.
Right.
Right. The shit that I want and picture for them to have, I'm working towards getting, along with becoming a multimillionaire. Once I get there, then I'll probably change that to maybe a billionaire. But my whole life, right, is living to get that. It's not like, oh man, just let me get the money. Nah, I need a car. I need a real nice car, and I need a truck. Can I get both of those? Guess what? You know what? Fuck the car. Fuck the truck. Now I'm not comfortable in the house because in my mindset, right? I gotta think bigger and better. Right. It's almost like I'm competing with invisible people. I'm competing with niggas that's not there. So now my house is like, man, it's smaller than this motherfucker. I gotta get a bigger house. I gotta get a bigger house. Now I don't go outside my means because I wouldn't be able to get these things if I was.
Right.
I don't go outside my means. I'm going for what I can get. I know I can afford. Boom, that house turned to that house. That quote unquote ranch style house turned into this colonial house with damn near double square footage. Boom, this motherfucker I'm working on right now, trying to get to this next house, is almost 2,200 square feet. That's the house I'm trying to get now. Right? Everything is gravitating towards that, and then once I get something, I always got to be more than comfortable with kind of like over affording it. Right? I'm not trying to survive. I'm not going check to check. I got to be able to afford it and have an excess of money. Right? Of course, I'm not talking about cash. Right? I got to have an excess of money. I got to live comfortable. I mean, every time I get something, I got to work more hard, to do more things. Being a better entrepreneur with expanding my income. So not only can I still pay my bills, but live the lifestyle I was living before I got more shit.
Right. I continue to expand.
Financially, because I don't. So like, if I was just bringing in an extra $4,000 on top of the money that I use to pay my bills, right, at house 1 with car 1, when I move up to car 2, in house number 2, right? I still want to have that same $5,000 or $5,000 extra after paying my bill. Now it might go down for a period of time if your bills go up, but that just means I got to go further with doing whatever the fuck I'm doing to get my money back up to where I'm back to being comfortable, bringing in an extra 4 or 5 outside of paying my bills. Then I'm gonna move up again. So I never stop moving up because in my head I'm still a millionaire, and that's what I got to get. And me doing this is a stepping stone to me living like them. To get the shit that they got. Although I don't want like Lamborghinis and shit like that. I'm way more simple than that. But the lifestyle, like, man, I want the big house. I want whatever the fuck vehicle I want. Period. You know what I mean? Right. I want my house finished with whatever the fuck I want. Period. Yeah. And if I don't want to go to work next week or whatever, I don't have to. If I want to go on vacation for 2 weeks, we gonna do that. That's my mindset. So like, it's not even just like the money of being. I want the lifestyle with the money of a millionaire until I get that. And until I get that, then I can't stop doing nothing. There ain't no rest.
I definitely feel you on that. If you want to know what drives me, I'm a son of a single mother. Man, I saw this woman have she got most strength than I probably would ever have in my life. I'm truly humbled to call her mama. The sacrifices that she made for me is one thing that she told me that will follow me every day. She said, baby, my one thing is that you never want for nothing. And I said, but mama, I'm good. She's like, baby, but it might be one day I don't work as hard and you want for something. And I asked her, I said, but mama, once I got to a certain point, once I got enough business going where I could say, mama, you know what, how about you at retirement age, why you won't retire? She said, baby, now I ain't working for you no more. Because you good. I'm working for my grandkids. That's my fire. My fire can never be quenched because I'm always going to forge ahead. I'm always thinking generational wealth. I'm thinking 20 generations ahead. So it does not matter to me what I accumulate in the first 40 to 50 years. If I was a billionaire now, I just got to get $1 trillion because I feel like 20 years from now, $1 billion really ain't going to be nothing. That's how far I'm looking. Now, always people ask you the question like, what if you don't get there? I never know because I'm gonna die trying. So when I'm taking my last breath, I did all I can do. I got closest to the dream as I could. And I think some people, I think Artie was saying, and which is, his thing was that the fact that he want to show people wrong, and that's nothing wrong with that. He want to get to a certain, it's nothing wrong with that. But my thing was, I need something internal to challenge me, to give me perspective. The perspective is that a woman inspired me for a lifetime. We get stagnant because we don't have that one thing that sets you on fire to give you a clear vision of where you want to be. Even at a state where she could retire would be the ultimate blessing to do. Nah, I'm good. I'm on to the next generation. So now I'm like, oh, hold on, mama. I'm on to hey, look, I'm trying to beat you before you get there. It is not that I think I'm better. It's because when you give something to somebody, the best thing you can give to somebody is drive and inspiration. Because that will last a lifetime. You can't quench that. If my thing for me is to get to a certain point, once I get there, then what? That's what drives me. Is that fact that hey, I want my work. I want to put my whole bloodline on my back. And I hope I inspire my bloodline to continue to do the same. I don't worry if they do, because they don't, I won't be here to see it. But that's my inspiration. Man, we're pulling up to 6 more minutes in the show. This is gonna be the 1 hour, our 1 hour show tonight. Let us know if you feel a certain way about stagnation, about people having no life goals. Why do they have them? Why they don't have them? Make sure that you follow us on Stereo, man. We love and thank you for your support, for you always coming in to the show, putting stuff in the queue, and inspiring us, man. It really means a lot to us. Follow us on all our social media. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We are the initiators. We do a bigger podcast with about 5 to 6 of us that we show out. We have a great time. Anytime I can share the airway with my main man, Styles, we hope everybody's being safe. We hope if anybody lost somebody, you got our deepest condolences, man. Because, hey, stay safe. We love everybody. Keep supporting us. We hear Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time, every night. We had one night because we had some hiccups. But, man, we love y'all, and we love doing the show for y'all, man. I love rocking with my main man, Styles, man. What you got, man? What your party shouts at? We got 5 minutes, and then we count ourselves out. Y'all can still go ahead and add stuff to the queue as we count ourselves out. Make sure you come back tomorrow, 9 p.m. The show title, we hadn't put it in there. What do men and women want for their partners? What do you want? What do you want out of your partner? Well, you know what I'm saying? But, financial support. It could be emotional support. It can just be, hey, he tall, he's 6'2", he got muscles. He got a, you know what I'm saying? Or she can be, she got a big booty. She got a Coca-Cola bottle, whatever it is. Tune in tomorrow, and you're going to hear us turn up. You're going to have a lot of jokes, a lot of everything. Make sure you come in. We do a lot of different shows from that, which is what we are more known for. But we also want to inspire your mind to think outside the box. We're gonna give you the whole total package of me and Styles, and we come up with great content to make sure that we give y'all a great show. What you got, Styles? Go ahead, get in.
Listen, man, y'all got to get some more long term. All right, more long term. Like something, and by long term, I mean something that you might figure it'll take you a while to get there. Even if it don't, because you can't judge how long it's gonna take you to get there. You'll fuck around with the lottery, you get anything you want to get. Right. So, but something that's, again, at the time, 30, in my head, I'm far from a millionaire. At 30, that's 7 years ago. I'm 37. Far from a millionaire. That's what I said. Like, now, I'm not a millionaire. I'm nowhere close to a millionaire. I know for a fact I can get there. Right? And they say that your first million is the hardest to make. It gets way easier after that. So I was like, man, I gotta get that million. In my head, I gotta get that million. Right? And it ain't just the million, it's the lifestyle of having the million. I don't know, it's hard to explain for me, you know what I mean? But what drives me and my motivation and determination, right, is it's not the same for you. Even if your outlook was the same, like, man, I'm getting a million. We wouldn't do nothing close to the same, because I'm not thinking of just the money. You might be thinking of just the money. You know what I mean? You might be a rapper, hey man, I got signed $1 million deal, and that might be what's cool to you. It's like, so why are you still renting niggas' cars and from other people? So that's not what I'm picking as a millionaire. That's why I said like a millionaire. I'm not talking about just $1 million. I'm talking about a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. I'm not thinking of $1 million type of millionaire. I need multi. I need more than one. For sure, I need fucking more than 1 million. When I get there, I'm gonna flip that and do what the fuck I gotta do. And I'm a billionaire gonna be my goal. That's gonna be. You gotta get a long term, and you gotta start working on the plan, putting things into place, actively putting things into place. Not passively just saying, "Hey, that's that. I'm gonna go do it," and then you don't really do shit for 5 years. Actively doing. What are you doing? What have you done this year? What have you done this year, Nick? I bought another real estate joint this year. Right? I at least did that. If I didn't do nothing else, I bought another real estate house. Right? That next year, boom, I bought 2 other real estate properties. Right? At the very least, that next year, I bought 2 other real estate properties. Boom. After that, I did. I got into YouTube. Right? Boom. That next year after that, not only was I was still doing all that shit. I was doing Facebook games on top of that. Boom. Then I'm gonna do this podcast on top of that because I'm actually getting to content creating. All the while, right? What you guys saying is you'll see that's what you actively see me doing, but you also don't see me in school and going to school for digital cinematography. What that's going to do is allow me to get into making film, these miniseries, these documentaries, and shit that I also plan on doing. I'm doing that along with doing everything else. It's compounding. My money compounds from 2, 3, 4, 5 different sources. Not to mention in all this shit, I work a 9 to 5. This is actually our second podcast.
Right. Like,
you know what I mean? That fuels the first one. We are the initiated on all podcasts and platforms. Best believe that we are 2 parts of the initiated. You know what I mean?
yes, sir.
Get them long-term life goals, man, and start actively putting things in place to go towards it. If not, you will find yourself stagnant. Again, even if it's just in the workplace, I don't settle. Either my money got to be moving up or my job title needs to be moving up. That's all I can do at that point in time. Though one of those 2 things need to always be happening. As soon as that stop being the case, my job don't want to pay me no more money. They tell me I can't move up no more. I got to find me a different job.
So true.
I got to find me a different job because you staying there, right? You staying there ain't gonna do shit for you. Right, your lifestyle at that point in time is set for that income. Right, you'll probably be living outside your means, or gonna have less money to work with if you start moving your lifestyle up outside of that job, and that job ain't giving you no more than that. So now you stressing yourself. Not stressing yourself mentally, you're gonna be stressing yourself financially because you're missing more money on trying to get to your goal, and you're probably gonna need that to either put into a business or to start a business or get the second vehicle or to get a better house to get another mortgage. You fucking yourself up. So that your career, right? Whatever your financial situation, your financial situation has to continue to progress. It has always continued to progress, bro.
Always.
As you get older, you cannot make the same money that you made think about that. You making the same money at 20 that you was making at 15. You making the same money at 25 that you was making at 20. Right? Think of these stages in your life. At 20, you pretty much an adult. Like you 1 year away from being an adult, and you making the money that you was making when you was 15. Boom. Now you passed an adult. You old enough to have 2 degrees if you actually it took you 4 years each. And you 25, and you making the money from when you was 20 and you was like 2 years out of high school. Boom. Now you 30. Well, you supposed to be on a career path and settle down with a woman and starting it on your own, and you making the same money that you was making at 25 when you first out of school and didn't know shit about working really because you had been 1 year first out of school. Or you 35, you supposed to be married and working on your family, and you making the money of the 30-year-old you who had only been in the world for 5 years. Or you 40, and you're like, damn, I'm like 25 years away from retirement, but I'm making the money of a 35-year-old. Think about that.
So true.
Think about that. Like, no, that shit gotta continue. When you get, if you get older, you want more shit, right? And it's not even that you want more than that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like you just want more. You want kind of like a better. Okay, boom. I might be cool with being me and staying in a 1-bedroom apartment, right? I might not be cool with me having a girl and staying in a 1-bedroom apartment. Damn, I at least need to rent a house. You know what I mean? Boom, I get this house. So I have to work to get that house. She get pregnant. It's a 1-bedroom house though. Damn. Yeah. Okay. I can't be cool with that. Hey, to each his own. I can't be cool with that. Boom, I need to get me at least a 2-bedroom rental property. You know what I mean? It can still be a duplex, but at least I get a 2-bedroom, one for us and one for the kids and stuff. Boom. Now the kid here, as the kid get older, a few years older, now she get pregnant again. What I need to be doing now is getting either a 3-bedroom in a duplex or getting me a single family home. Something has to be driving you to be moving up, right? You just don't. So it's life's natural progression will force you to move up. It's like we fighting against moving up though, for whatever reason. And look at life. You come in by yourself. You normally try to find a partner. You and your partner normally try to then multiply. You know what I mean? Now you go from just being a selfish you to being responsible for a whole nother adult, then being responsible for babies, kids, and then trying to raise them and mentor them. Life natural progression it takes you out of the role of a baby, of an adolescent, of a kid, of a young man or a young woman, into adulthood, into teacherhood when you start to have kids, mentoring kids, raising them, being responsible for them. Life progresses. How are you not progressing with it? You're getting older, no matter what the fuck you're doing. You're getting older. You're naturally going through life. You need your life living situation to keep up with your natural progression of life. Right? And that takes you up until you get older. And this is why when people like that, man, I want to be living comfortable when I'm old. I don't have to. You don't want to retire at 60 and then have to work. Like you have to work just to get by because you ain't made enough. You know what I mean? Previously to that, that's bullshit. It happens though, but it's bullshit. We shouldn't have to deal with that. We should have to have 60-year-old people that feel like they have to work. Now, if they just want to work, hey, I'm not knocking that. But feel like they have to work to get their bills paid because they didn't make enough back in the day or we got to get out of that. We got to get back to the natural progression and always have something to move forward to. So when we get to that age or when we get to that part, we can be comfortable settling down. Say, you know what? I'm done working. I'm passing on the torch. And I'm good. My house is going to still be paid for. My cars are still going to be paid for. I can still take vacations, trips, whatever, because I set up my life in the previous 40 years for me to be able to do that. You understand? Between 25 and 65, all that old hard work through all those years is why I can live comfortably now. Very, very comfortably now. We gotta get to that, man. We gotta get to that. But this your boy LA Styles. We out of here, man. That's Black Knight 24. This your boy LA Styles. We are 2 parts of the initiated.
Yes, sir.
That we are the initiated. Make sure you check out We Are the Initiated on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Deezer, on all the streaming platforms. Make sure you go check out All Trap Not the Same, streaming on all podcasts or all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? It's background music for all your live streaming needs. No copyright, you know what I mean, involved. And we'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Make sure y'all stay healthy. Stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure your family is safe. Stay healthy. A lot of things is going on, and we want everybody to be in peace. When you wake up, we want you to be able to go to bed back comfortably. All right? You wake up with 10 fingers, 10 toes. Please go back to bed with 10 fingers, 10 toes. A lot of crazy shit going out here. People driving crazy today.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Stay healthy,
Always be safe. And I want to give a shout out to Artie. Man, you rock with us the whole show, man. And I appreciate that, man. I love that you continue to give us great feedback, man. I thank you, man. I salute you, my king, man. Continue to. We appreciate it, man. Every show you always in the queue. You always got great, helpful, insight on our different topic, man. We appreciate it. Continue to rock with us, man. And until tomorrow, man. It's a wrap, man. I'm out, man. I am.
Make sure y'all keep your eyes open for opportunity.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Opportunities is everywhere. Let me not forget that. Opportunities are everywhere. Me and Coffee put people on yesterday with you have. Hey, you want to get in cryptocurrency? We put y'all on yesterday.
Put you on now.
If you didn't take advantage of the opportunity, that's on you. Don't say nothing later on when everybody who done hop in got some thousands, hundreds of thousands, got some millions. All right, man, this dude had told me about that. You know what I mean? I didn't even think that was, you know what I mean? Anybody. And now look at you. Not saying you're in a better off, a worse case. You still in the case that you was prior, but look how far you could be if you hop in on that free opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, hey guys, we appreciate you rocking with us tonight, man. Twix baby, what's up, Twix baby? I want to see you tomorrow in the show. Now I'm gonna have something for you. I'm gonna have a banger. I already know you're gonna be in there talking mad-ish.
Man, y'all better make sure y'all stay with us to Friday when we gotta get that underrated, overrated LeBron. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go status shit.
Make sure we're gonna get the shows up right after this show. Make sure you come in for Thursday show. Thursday show gonna be a banger. Hey fellas, women, bring everybody. Cut the TV off in your house, bring grandma to whatever listening device. The topic gonna be why are black men choosing white women over black women more now?
That's what you want to do, Boston?
Thursday.
That's what you're trying to do?
Thursday, that's gonna be it. So tomorrow topic is what do men and women want in their partner / relationship? Come out for that right there. That's gonna be Thursday. Oh, you know what? My bad. I gave y'all a show for Monday. I forgot what day it was. My bad. I apologize. Monday's show gonna be why do black men choose white women over black women more? I want to hear you. I want to hear it. I'm telling you, I want y'all to bring that fire because I'm telling you, hey, men's style's gonna be turned up. We're gonna have a good time, and I know Twix baby 210 coming. She gonna bring that heat, man. I appreciate that.
People not gonna like what I gotta say.
Hey, it don't matter if they like it, but they sure gonna have to tune in to hear it. That's the thing. Tune in to hear it, because I'm telling you now, I'm turning the heat on. I'm gonna have my Red Bull ready. I got my notes over. Hey, look, I've been taking notes on these shows. I've been out here researching. So I know, look, we're gonna come in there with that heat. I'm telling you. Next week we starting off with that. I guarantee you. Monday through Friday we putting on that heat. Friday is overrated, underrated. Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. Hey man, y'all come on back with us, man. And I want women to get their take. Because sometimes women think LeBron should shave his head like Mike. Maybe that'll help him out a little bit. We don't know. Tune in. Tomorrow, what do men and women want out their partners? Friday, underrated, overrated. Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. We're off on Saturdays, but Styles might do a couple shows. I'm off completely on Saturday. Sunday, you can catch me on live, or if you want to do a show, get in our DMs on Instagram, man. We'll get back, or you got some more ideas for a show. Man, it's been a great time hanging with my man Styles. I am Black Knight 24, and I'm out.
Your boy LA Styles, or what is your boy LA Styles? That's LA Styles, the LA Styles on everything. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, Facebook game, I'm the LA Styles TV. Listen, it's LA Styles or the LA Styles on everything. So Xbox, you know what I mean? All gaming platforms. If y'all trying to get y'all ass handed to y'all, you know what I mean? If y'all trying to get buzzed by Black Knight in 2K or something, if y'all trying to, you know what I mean? Let him put the paws on you in Call of Duty or something. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta holler at him for that. You know what I mean? I'm Ice Revolver on all gaming platforms. The LA Styles on all social media platforms. I will put the pause on.
I'm Black Knight 24 on all my social media sites. I'm the mail carrier on Xbox. But if you want it, I'll drop that bad news off to you. If you want that 2K, I'll drop it off to you. And hey, you know, I don't feel bad for doing it to you, man. But it's been a great show, man. We up out of here, man. Number peace and love. Number safety to you. Hey, bro, I'm out, man. You have a good one.
Peace, y'all.